decided to jump in the kitchen sink and have a bath.
No.
Oh yeah, so
dude, look at that shit.
Boy.
Oh yeah. Oh. Go, stay there. I gotta get this. My phone's tweaking. Oh my.
please don't come near me.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
This cockatoo loves to dig boxes. A cat found a comfy sheep. YouTuber celebrated 1 million subscribers by smashing water balloons in his face. Poor guy couldn't get out of the bowl at the skateboard park.
Hey, bro, you might as well sit.
This mama cat was worried about her baby falling off. I think this duckling might be a little broken. There is still plenty of gold that can be found in small creeks and rivers of the United States, but there because the party was too loud, so the police joined in. Every day before class, this teacher will draw a different dinosaur for her students. That's the end of this video. Hopefully I made your day just...
No, please.
Subscribe and like this video, or this adorable dog won't kiss you.
Bark at your dog to see their reaction.
It's Bruno's bath time. Didn't want to sit on the grass, so he sat on the chair instead. Can't believe
Dog is a human baby without telling me your dog is a human baby.
Oh, Nikki, you know you look so sexy.
Giving Spark dog and seeing his reaction.
Cooter, what do you want for your birthday coming up? Cooter, I can't just put...
Oh, you can go f off then. I'm not seeing it. It's not f***ing there, bro. It's a corner and it's f***ing empty, bro.
I'm a potato.
You're a tomato.
Potato?
No.
Fries.
What happened, Chanel? Hey?
Listen, just bite it. Gentle.
Give your dog a round of applause and watch their reaction.
Interested.
All right. Why is he stuck like that?
Kiss your dog on the head and record their reaction.
Okay. What do you want, huh? Why are you... Do you want me to pet you? Is that what you want? Here, I'll pet you, okay? There you go. Oh my, why, bro?
What time is it?
Oh, it's 3 a.m. I have to do this.
I got you, Jamie. That's what I thought. Go do it. So we knock.
What's he doing? Does he have f***ing turkey? Just give me the turkey.
There, sir. This is, of course, for education purposes and for me not bleeding. Hey, Kevin. Look at that little guy with the afro right there. The baby be like, oh no, not this simp again. Or be turned into little kangaroo to baby jerky. They don't have the best legs. Good morning, sus imposter. Food and for hunting. Like little DeBaby here, who was supposed to go to a hunting ranch. Or be turned into little kangaroo to baby jerky. And if you hadn't already guessed, Kevin also was supposed to be jerky. Both Karen and are just pigeons that I straight up caught with a net in a parking garage where they were planning to execute them all. And you can see videos of that as well. Matter of fact, our website explains all this really well, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But what we're doing today is we're going and getting 2 little rat tights. This is so common in rat tight farm. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some expert. But Uncle Ben did pass his rehab exams, and he knows how to read some primary literature. Long story short, most farmers, when they get little issues with their babies, whether it's pigeons, cats, dogs, everything else, and they can even say, oh, you can do as many surgeries and you can do as many Frankenstein things as you want to it, so long as it's not considered animal abuse. And typically the government waits till it gets real bad. The same kind of concept applies to any of these exotics, so especially in Texas. But that is why it's totally fine for me to have a giraffe in my yard, but if I have a raccoon or a hawk in my yard, I'm committing a felony and can be fined. And Bastrop, Texas is the mesquite biome. Closest thing that we have, I think, in the US to the African savanna. Because of that though, a lot of these animals like ostriches, kangaroos, zebras, they do very, very well out here. The harder it's gonna be to correct it, I think, if it can be corrected. Would an emu try and jump that? Has it ever tried to climb that thing? No. And this gives them a lot of room to run.
White one, the smaller white one.
That little guy? I love it when they're at this stage. Yeah. Only what, like 4 months old? Look at it. He just fell off. Yeah. I'm really surprised that you don't have a predator problem.
Well, everybody bought guns, and all the coyotes left.
That's all it takes. And all your neighbors have livestock, right? Hello, sir. How are you? Try and kick this? Not yet, okay. So that's your Kevin, huh? And does he have any eggs that he's sitting on? Or so this is how you get to him. You have this little gate. Oh, this one looks meaner than Kevin. Yeah, he looks a bit meaner than Kevin. He's a lot prettier though. Wow, look how pretty. Most veterinarians would just euthanize them right now at this point, but they can still walk around, and they're young enough at this age to where anything can be corrected. All right, it's never too late. Like he said, if he put them with the older one, would pick at them, they would run over them, they would break their leg with them. All right, everybody, I like to give you guys little tours of Texas while I'm doing this. This is Bastrop, Texas. It's a beautiful little place. There's Brothers in Arms gun. I kid you not. Look at that big old sign. They actually have a Tommy gun in there and name and face engraved onto the hill. Isn't that something? All these property values have almost tripled in the last couple years. All I'm saying is Uncle Ben's gonna try his best with these guys, but don't go getting all attached and go crying outside. And they're gonna get to see some adults, and they're gonna get to run around for the first time in the— whoa, is that head rapper and artist? The baby be like, oh no, not this simp again. Oh boy, the baby, do I have a surprise for you, young. Okay. See guys, they don't have the best legs, but if you're seeing this video, you're either in the Patreon or they did okay and they're still alive. But yeah guys, this is a Rhea and then this is a young emu. The issues with them are obvious. This one has an issue because Evan thing is doing a lot better than I thought it would be. Oh, a little poop there. Okay, so he's actually able to move around surprisingly okay, but not great. So I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Kevin, calm down over there, but I am gonna go over and grab that little Rhea and put him with— taking them to a new place and they're unfamiliar, but if they can stay with their friends, that's the best case scenario. Okay, I do want this little Rhea to be able to run around and play and get its sea legs, but for now it needs to stay in there and at least comfort that emu. But just in case, I am gonna put a few more buckets of water in there. A little apology and a little kiss on the cheek, please. Sir, are you gonna let me in there without bleeding? I promise I'll forgive you. Okay, thank you. That was cool. That was epic. I'm not doing this anymore, guys. I don't care if this gets demonetized. I'm getting the lid. This is, of course, farming purposes and for me not bleeding. Hey, Kevin. Oh, excuse me. Oh, need to get through here. Oh. All right, so we're gonna get this little bucket here. Rehab. I'm actually not gonna feed them right now. Look how open that little gap is there. Vinny could easily get in the neighbor's yard and get destroyed. That's why we need to keep Vinny in here. But I'm gonna break this down for you guys very, very quickly because I want to go in and take a shower. It's not that hard. It is a phosphorus to calcium reasonably without begging for donations every other minute. We still love donations. I appreciate that a ton, you guys. Love you all so much. Thank you. What I want to do is show you guys more than anything a replicable thing where you don't need a lot of followers on Instagram to be able to do it, where you don't need to be really good at writing. I'm now doing this full time. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to the folks in the Patreon who make that possible for me. Sorry for not putting as much content as I should be out there, but I will. Trust me. Mwah. I love you guys. And hey, Kevin.
Caesar is in the middle of a tense dogfight, started by a golden retriever chow mix named Leon, an anxious dog who is overprotective of his new owner, Caitlin.
Everywhere and damage. I was so nervous. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I didn't know if anyone could stop it.
Breathe.
Okay.
Breathe.
I need Caitlin to see the connection between...
Caitlin actually stepped in and gave him a correction.
That was the first time she faced her fear, took control of the situation, and it worked. Leon returned to a calm state.
There you go. This is good.
So without becoming aggressive.
You stay right here, okay?
Okay.
Learn a new, healthier job, herding Caesar's sheep and llama.
and because of that, the animals charge into the cameraman. Oh. Have you ever seen sheep herding?
Uh-huh.
Sheep herding?
Yes.
They're allowed to chase, they're allowed to touch.
Uh-huh.
You can't hurt them.
Okay.
If he doesn't get this right, his rehabilitation can be a long process. Let's do it again. Here he comes, guys. Look at it, he went after the single one. That's real. Look what I'm rewarding. Good boy, that's a good boy. Good boy. Yeah. That was huge, by the way, because right there I just told him, now you're gonna listen to me.
Right.
See the partnership there?
Yes, yes. And he...
I got a solid excuse to look behind me while I'm reading every few seconds, right? All right, here we go. Let me know if he's coming. The land I hunt is private and barely under 200 acres. Only myself and 2 of my grown sons hunt in this land, but more times than not, it's just me. I would say the biggest part of the land is low-blolly on edge of a pasture till I hit the section of open pines. Most of these pines are good, straight telephone pole quality trees, great for climbing stands. Eventually, the underbrush starts getting thicker and thicker, and if you aren't on what many have sent in their encounters have said, I felt a sense of dread, like I was being hunted or stalked. My mind immediately thought black bear, though through the years we've seen a few, and then I thought about coyotes, but they would most likely be and would know what direction to go. As I contemplated whether to go forward or turn and go the other way, I heard something that jarred my whole system. Okay, I'm not reading as smooth as I can because I know I got a big grizzly bear right behind me, all right? So bear with me. With noticeable muscles, but no six-pack abs. In fact, I'd say he had a bit of a belly. Jet black, shiny hair all over, except for what skin you would see on a bearded man's face. Other one. I'm guessing 6'6", noticeably smaller than he was. This one was about 20 yards further behind him, and although I'm not positive, I'm guessing it was a female. I say this because, although I never saw a juvenile with it, the crying I had heard hadn't completely stopped, and I'm pretty sure that at this point I wasn't scared as much as I was just uneasy. I made it to my truck and headed home. I didn't sleep at all that night. This is the first I've spoken about it. I know this sounds stupid, but I always felt if I said anything, he'd know. And somehow, I'd have to answer for saying I really think he knows. He's getting a little closer, isn't he? I still hunt there, but not nearly as much as I used to, no doubt. I definitely avoid that section of woods. I've been within 100 yards or so, but I feel I shouldn't go any closer. Although I'm sure 98-point-something% approval rate on the topic and the channels and the videos. So. Again, it is what it is. It's not going to go away. It's not going to stop. But at least we're getting people to speak openly. The fact that these people exist, but many other things that are going on in this crazy world today, right? But anyway, there you go. I guess this will go down in the 4-letter scream. It made this odd gargling noise, as if it were a man being slit by the throat and was choking on their own blood. It felt like a warning. What followed was a scream so loud that it echoed down the river and throughout the forest. Whoever made the sound must have had a lung much different than an ape, or even an otter, using a rock to smash open a mussel shell. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to start an argument here. I'm merely trying to use critical thinking to satisfy my curiosity. The short answer for most knowers would be that they are successful as they are, and their care for the young and look out for each other doesn't separate them from a whole host of animals on this planet. And neither does their ability to communicate, language or not. I just don't want to pigeonhole my thought process by claiming Kansas Phil. Well, Phil, there's a whole bunch of great questions in there and ideas for certain. If you were to ask me personally what I thought, independent thinking people who've had enough of the bullshit. But anyway, let's zoom in on this guy one more time and I'm going to get out of here. And I'll show you where I am before it gets too dark. Sally. It's a remote country road. And these big bears are coming down out of those alpine basins. Come